If she is, would you be able to transfer her?
Okay, yeah, Wendy's on, or Jamie. Why is he on? Yeah.
And I forwarded her the email that you sent her on Friday that I think had a link in the bottom.
Yes, that's her personalized link to join as a panelist, but even if she uses the public link, I can turn her into a panelist. So as long as she gets on the meeting. Those are the people from the public.
Just another minute, folks.
Interpanelist, interpanelist link. You scroll down. Saying. Two.
What's the,
What did you have?
so. We're missing Deirdre.
And Kirk, is Kirk on?
Yeah.
So,
Everything's here,
Okay.
except for Deirdre.
Just sent her.
Oh, Jamie's back.
Yeah, Jamie was on as a member of the public and I tried to make a panelist.
that's true.
Yeah.
Should I announce Deirdre if she's not here?
It was 10.
I think we can announce that we have a new board member and she's gonna come today and so she may join us if she's.
All right. All right, sorry for the delay today. We're gonna get started now. So welcome to the January 21st LSP board meeting. My name's Diane Baxter. I'm chair of the LSP board. As always, the board encourages interactive participation. If a member of the public would like to participate in the meeting, please put a question in the chat feature. I encourage all board members to turn cameras on and ensure your cell is in silent mode. Okay. So before I get started, I'd like to announce that we have a new board member. She's scheduled to start today. We're not sure if she's got the right link, so she's not here yet, but I'm gonna announce our newest board member is Deirdre Manoyo. She has a long history working on environmental issues from vantage points in the private, public, and nonprofit sectors. She's very familiar with Mass DEP's wayside cleanup program because she served as assistant commissioner of Mass DEP's Bureau of Wayside Cleanup from 1998 to 2004. She was the second administrator of our privatized cleanup program in those years. Prior to that position with DEP, she was director of brownfields initiatives at the Conservation Law Foundation. And prior to that was an environmental lawyer at Goodwin Procter for 8 years. She worked extensively on legal resolutions for several significant Superfund sites, including the Woburn Wells G&H site and the Silresm site in Lowell, among others. Deirdre was the founding chair and is a current board member of the Massachusetts Rivers Alliance. She has also served as a board chair of the Native Plant Trust, chair of Sudbury, Aspet, and Concord Rivers Wild and Scenic Stewardship Council, and vice president and board member of the Sudbury Valley Trustees. Deirdre will be filling an environmental seat on the board, and we're very happy to have her to join us.
Yeah, I was gonna make sure she's on. She changed
Oh,
her mind or
good
something.
point. Yeah. Okay. I will now proceed with a roll call to establish who from the board is participating in today's meeting? David Austin,
Yes.
Gail Batchelder,
Yes.
Kathy Campbell,
Present.
Craig Ellis,
Yes.
Kirk Franklin,
He's here.
Unmute.
yeah, you're on mute, I think, Kirk. Greg McBride,
Present.
Paul McKinley,
I'm here.
Deirdre Manoyo, not present yet. Jamie Smith
Present.
and Diane Baxter, yes. Okay, so we have a quorum and can proceed with the meeting. Chris, in addition to you, who else from the public is participating today?
We have Brian Roden, Lars Anderson, Seth Malowski, and Wendy Rundle.
Okay. First up, we have the Continuing Education Committee. Can I turn it over to you, David, to?
Sure, I'm calling this meeting at 12:14, continuing ed committee meeting January. I don't think there's any announcements or changes to the agenda. Meeting minutes from our last meeting in November 2024. Any comments or edits or a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any other discussions? So yes, we have to approve the roll call.
Mhm.
All right, so approving the meeting minutes from November, yes. Greg McBride,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Diane,
Yes,
David's a yes, Gail,
Yes.
Paul,
Yes.
Craig,
Yes.
Kirk,
Still muted.
Kirk. He was on a phone call. Jamie,
Yes.
okay.
Oh, he's on.
okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Kirk. Should I move on to new business?
Sure.
We have two new course approval requests. The first one is from the LSPA. It was the membership meeting from this month, one technical credit, live webinar, and future on demand. Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Any discussion from the public or the group here?
Can we just pause for 1 second? Deirdre, I'd like to just say welcome. Oh, I hope there wasn't a lot of
I was
confusion.
here from noon on, but I wasn't pressing the right webinar button. But anyway, here I am. Nice to see you.
Okay, well, welcome. We introduced you before you arrived or before we found you.
Thank you.
But we're very happy to see you. We're in the first part of the meeting at the Continuing Education Committee part and just about to approve, hopefully, our first
Sure.
request. And you are able to vote on this if you like.
So welcome once again. So
Thank you.
approving. Yes, Greg McBride,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Diane,
Yes,
David's a yes, Gail,
Yes.
Paul,
Yes.
Craig,
Yes.
Kirk,
Yes.
Jamie,
Yes.
and Deirdre.
I'm gonna abstain.
Sure.
That's fine.
And then the second request is from EPOC, passive soil gas sampling techniques, 2 technical credits, live webinar in April. I see that they added some polling questions to meet our requirement.
Yes.
So,
3 minimum.
okay, so I make a motion to approve.
Second.
Any other discussions from the public or the board? Yes is approving. Greg McBride,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Diane,
Yes.
David's a yes. Gail,
yes,
Paul,
Yes.
Craig,
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Anybody else hear the room?
No, lost it.
no,
No.
yeah,
No,
I
I
can't
can't
hear it
either.
either.
Can we ping them in chat maybe?
Yeah, I'll do that.
At least we could stay on and shut all of us out.
Right.
Everyone's
Is everybody still here?
Oh,
We're having
Yes,
some.
we're back.
having some-
We're
You're
ready to
back.
okay,
adjourn.
we can hear you now.
Okay, so we're up to Kirk. Are you around, Kirk?
Yes.
Okay, Jamie
Yes.
and Deirdre?
I'm gonna abstain again.
Okay, so that takes care of new business. I don't think there's anything else, and our next meeting will be February 11th. So I'm bringing this to an end at 12:19.
All right. Next will be the Professional Conduct Committee meeting. And can I hand it over to Kirk or Jamie to run that?
Sure, I can do it. Called a professional conduct committee meeting to order. 12:20. Sorry, one second. Are there any announcements or changes to the agenda? Hearing none, move on to a review of the draft minutes. Any comments on the draft minutes or a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second,
Good. Okay, a yes is approving the minutes. Jamie's a yes. Kirk,
Yes.
Paul,
Yes.
Deirdre,
Abstain.
Gail,
yes,
Greg,
Yes.
Craig,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Gail.
yes, you already asked. You already
Oh,
got me.
sorry. I'm going through my screen here. David,
Yes.
and did I miss anybody?
I think just me.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Minutes are approved. Moving on to old business. Can I turn it over for a review of the active cases?
Yep, I can do that. I'm just opening, oh, there it is. Okay, 05C, hold on, sorry. 05C07, the Mass Supreme Judicial Court on Friday, we got word, denied the LSP's request for further appellate review. So, that is the end of the road for the appeal. So the discipline from before can be imposed, and we have we're gonna have a quasi later today to talk about the details of that. The 08C03, the LSP voluntarily surrendered their license effective December 31st. So this case is done and will be removed from the list for next time. The next case, 12C01, we'll discuss in quasi today. The next case, 18C01, the CRT is negotiating with the LSP to see if we can come up with a settlement proposal to present to the board. If that's unsuccessful, we will go ahead and draft the CRT report. Number 5, 18C02, since Patrick resigned, Gail was added to the CRT for this case at the November meeting, and the CRT is set to meet this Friday. And that's it.
So what would the agreement be instead of a CRT?
If we can come to a proposed early settlement, that's something the board has usually done in the past. It'd be presented to the board, and the board would either approve it or come back with a counter offer or whatever.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Okay, thank you. I see we do have some new business to discuss today. We could talk about 24C01.
I can talk about that. So since the last meeting, the board received a complaint. It was from a property owner, and the subject of the complaint was one of the people that sold the house that the complainant lived in. Apparently there had been a release from an oil tank that the new owner was not aware of at the time the person bought the house. And the allegation in the complaint was that the seller was acting as an LSP based on a theory that that prior owner was doing cleanup activities that weren't authorized by the MCP, although there really wasn't much evidence of that. But since that isn't how it's ever been interpreted, that a person is acting as an LSP, which is the only jurisdiction we have over somebody who's not an LSP, like if they are passing out a business card that says they're an LSP or somehow saying they're an LSP when they're not. We didn't have any jurisdiction over the issue in the complaint, so I made the decision to dismiss it by the staff. The next.
Was there any reason for you to alert the department to the fact that they were doing that, or was it not that clear that they were even doing stuff?
There wasn't evidence clear in the four corners of the complaint to substantiate that, but also when the complaint was received by us, a number of people at the department were also copied on it, so they were aware of it. The next complaint, 24C02, is a new complaint that was recently received that was sent to the LSP, and the LSP requested to have until the end of this month to file a response. So that should be on the agenda for the February meeting. Just to let you know that it came in.
Okay, so should we expect to see a redacted complaint before the February meeting? So
Yes.
okay, great. Okay, thank you. Next meeting, February 11th. Any other business to discuss? Okay, hearing none, we'll adjourn the Professional Conduct Committee meeting at 12:26.
Right. Now we start the regular board meeting. Call to order at 12:26. I have no announcements. I have one addition to the agenda, and that's due to the late development on the case that Terry mentioned. We're gonna, or two cases, I guess, that Terry mentioned, we're gonna have a quasi at the end of the meeting to discuss those two. And we will not, we'll adjourn and won't come back at the end of that. I don't have any other changes or deletions. Does anyone else have anything? No? Okay, could I get a roll call to adopt the revised agenda? Or could I get a motion, I guess is what I
Motion
should say.
to adopt the revised agenda.
Second.
Excellent. All right. David,
Yes.
Gail,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Craig,
Yes.
Kirk,
Yes.
Greg,
Yes.
Paul,
Yes.
Deirdre,
Yes.
Jamie,
Yes.
and Diane, yes. Okay, next item is the draft meeting that was held on November 12th. Does anyone have any comments about the meeting minutes? Or anyone propose? a
Motion to approve? Meeting
Second.
minutes?
Second,
All right. David,
Yes.
Gail,
yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Craig,
Yes.
Kirk,
Yes.
Greg,
Yes.
Paul,
Yes.
Deirdre,
Abstain, I think.
Jamie,
Yes.
and Diane, yes. Okay, next item, we're gonna have an update from Sneha Kalagarla. I hope I got that reasonably right. Sneha is the Senior Business Analyst and Project Manager from the iPass e-permitting and e-licensing team, who worked on implementation of the LSP online system, and she's going to give us an update of the Acela database. Welcome, Sneha.
Thank
Thanks.
you. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you, members of the board, for giving me this opportunity to join you today. I am Sneha Kalagarla, part of a team behind the Licensed Site Professional online permitting system platform. I'm excited to share a quick update on how the system is doing. It's been up and running for over a year and a half now, and we've been working hard to make it as smooth and as helpful to everybody, to the LSP public users, to the agency staff. Here are a few highlights of what we have accomplished recently. Renewal notifications. We addressed an issue with the dates on the renewal notifications. Annual fee invoicing. This year, the system successfully sent out annual invoices to 421 LSPs. On top of that, we are seeing more and more people are using online payments, which is a very great convenience and efficient. Public portal integration. We also worked on integrating our system with the public portal. So now it reflects the most up-to-date information for anybody who can access, who can use it to hire an LSP. Proactive reminders. The system now sends regular reminders for annual fee invoicing, renewals, which we found it especially helpful for the LSPs to stay informed and meet deadlines without any last minute rush. Moving forward, our team members are committed to making the system even better. We are constantly listening, learning, and finding ways to improve the experience for the LSPs and everybody who interacts with it. Thank you for your time and support. I'm happy to answer any questions or hear your thoughts on how we keep improving.
Thank you, Sneha. Does anyone have any questions?
I'd just like to say I got my annual renewal, and compared to the old days of getting a company check and all that stuff, I mean, I was renewed within a half hour. It was great. I love it. I'm
Yeah.
still pinching
Yeah,
myself that we're doing this now.
Yeah, we're amazed at how many people have paid already their
Oh, yeah.
annual fee, like really fast. And I wanna thank Sneha, she, whenever we have an issue, she responds right away, and it's very prompt, because we keep noticing small little glitches, like recently, an LSP tried to submit a reference for somebody as part of their application, and then through that, we realized that there was a glitch on the renewal form and that you couldn't like put in your name for the signature, so we were able to, she helped us, fix that and make it so that people won't have that issue in the past, so we're really very appreciative of the quick response whenever there's an issue.
That's great.
Excellent.
Yeah, no more mystery. Was received or not.
Oh, yeah,
In the
yeah, it was
Dropbox.
lost in the mail
Exactly.
or whatever.
The mysterious Dropbox.
So are
Great.
there any comments or feedback from the LSP community?
Not as yet.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you
you.
very much.
Thank you.
See you later.
Bye.
All right. All right, next section is decisions regarding licensing. Chris, could you bring up the dockets, please? These are the, first the application review panel. Matt, could you present these?
Yep, we have two candidates to act on today. The first one, Jeffrey Little, number 1284, works at Verdantis. ARP number 343, which is members Campbell, member Ellis, member Batchelder. A little brief background about this candidate, and then I'll pass it back to Diane for a vote. This applicant is a standard track candidate. Has 14 years of total professional experience and 8 years of relevant professional experience. The ARP met on December 16th to review and discuss his application. The applicant provided 15 project summaries, and the ARP felt that the applicant had solid, relevant professional experience with a good transition from field work to project design and overall project control. Also, the applicant had a good range of projects and diversity of contaminants. So the ARP recommended that Mr. Little be approved to take the exam.
All right. Can we have a motion to vote to approve the recommendation?
Motion to approve docket number 1.
Second.
Right, and the vote, David,
Yes.
Gail,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Craig,
Yes.
Kirk,
Yes.
Greg McBride,
Yes.
Yes.
Deirdre,
You see she's on mute.
is
Are you there?
Deirdre there?
Yep.
Oh, she's on mute.
Oh, you're on mute.
Sorry. Yes.
Okay, Jamie
Yes.
and Diane, yes. Okay, the second applicant, Matt?
So applicant, docket number 2, Zachary Reynolds of ERM, number 8206. Application review panel number 341, which was member Campbell, member McKinley, and member Smith. This applicant is a standard track candidate and had claimed 8.5 years of total professional experience with 5 years of relevant professional experience. The ARP met on December 2nd to review and discuss his application. The applicant had provided 3 RPE positions with 5 project summaries. However, the ARP determined that position number 1 did not contain relevant professional experience, that the applicant was not a primary decision maker in that role and did not demonstrate responsibility for the overall projects. So without position number 1, the applicant had less than 5 years of relevant professional experience, needed to qualify to take the exam. The ARP recommended that Mr. Reynolds' application be denied and he not be able to take the exam. And the draft denial letter was included in your packet for your reference. So Diane, you.
Okay, can I get a motion to accept the ARP's recommendation?
Motion to accept the ARP's recommendation.
Second.
Was that, did I
There
hear a
was a
second?
second, yes.
Yes.
Did we get who that was?
That was Kirk,
It was Kirk,
I
okay.
think.
No, it was Gail. Well, I mean, I did too, but
Okay. All right, David,
Yes.
Gail,
yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Craig,
You're mute.
Yes.
Okay, Kirk,
Yes.
Greg,
Yes.
Paul,
Yes.
Deirdre,
Yes.
Jamie,
Yes.
and Diane, yes. Okay, did anyone have any comments on the draft denial letter that was included in the packet?
I'm sorry, the question was, did we read it?
I did.
You would like a motion to approve it?
Do we need a motion?
I think we should.
Okay.
So that is a motion to approve. The letter is written.
Okay, I'll second.
Second,
Okay. Very good. David,
Yes.
Gail,
yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Craig,
Yes.
Kirk,
Yes.
Greg,
Yes.
Paul,
Yes.
Deirdre,
Yes.
Jamie,
Yes.
and Diane is a yes. All right, approved. All right, next is renewal applications. Chris, could you put up those dockets? Okay. So docket number 1 is a group that had a 90-day extension. They've submitted what they needed to before the extension deadline. So now their renewal date goes back to the original date when they would have come, when they came up for renewal. So that's renewal docket 1.
Motion to accept docket 1.
Second.
All right, great. Roll call to approve. David,
Yes.
Gail,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Craig,
Yes.
Kirk,
Yes.
Greg,
I'm recused from this one.
okay, Paul,
Yes.
Deirdre,
Yes.
Jamie,
Yes.
and Diane is a yes. Okay, number 2 is, this one has requested a 90-day extension.
Motion to approve docket number 2.
Second.
Second,
All right, David,
Yes.
Gail,
yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Craig,
Yes.
Kirk,
Yes.
Greg,
Yes.
Paul,
Yes.
Deirdre,
Yes.
Jamie Smith,
Yes.
Amy, and Diane Dexter, yes. Okay, number 3. And these have completed all requirements, so these are standard renewal for this one.
Motion to accept docket 3.
Second.
All right, David,
Yes.
Gail,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Craig,
Abstain.
Kirk,
Yes.
Greg,
Yes.
Paul,
I gotta abstain on this one too.
Deirdre,
Yes.
Jamie,
Yes.
and Diane, yes. Okay, that was the last of them, right?
Good.
Okay, next up is renewal status report. Matt?
In summary for the renewals, there was 37 total LSPs on the roster to renew by January 30th. Later this month, 21 LSPs approved moments ago, so that leaves 16 remaining to be submitted.
All right, thanks. Any other renewal related matters?
No.
No. All right, licensing related matters. Matt, for scheduling of future ARPs?
So we have a few new candidates. Just to go backwards, William Brochure, number 7571, just waiting on 2 more professional reference forms for his application to be completed, but the ARP number 342 has already been formed and they are ready to meet to discuss the application very soon. And then 2 new applicants, Jeffrey Schwartz of GZA and Matthew Bruno of Whitestone Associates in New Jersey are the 2 new applications we received recently. So looking for volunteers to serve on new ARP number 344.
I'll volunteer, both of them, if you want.
Thank you, Kirk.
I can volunteer for one of them.
Should we split them up then?
Oh,
Yeah, I can assist.
Anyone
as well.
serve on both? Which one?
I can do both.
No, are you afraid of, are you have a conflict or need to recuse on one?
No,
Oh, you still
no,
want to do
I'm just thinking of the time, my available time. But no, I can do 2.
Okay, thank you, Diane. Need one more.
I'm happy to. It's Paul here.
Thank you, Paul. I'll be in touch once we get all the necessary documents to set up a meeting. Thank you.
All right, Natasha, to discuss inactive and active status and fees.
Good morning. So currently we still have 2 that are listed on inactive status. Our total number of active LSPs is 411. For our annual fees report, 421 invoices were sent out January 2nd via email notification, e-place accounts. Just a reminder, LSPs have 60 days from the date of their invoices to make payment. And failure to make timely payment can result in a suspension of your license. So just an FYI, the 60 days would end up being March 3rd, 2025. Just a breakdown, as of this morning, 206 have paid and we have 215 that are outstanding. LSPs are encouraged to pay their outstanding balances online. However, we do have a pay by mail option if you prefer, and clicking that option will provide further instructions. Thanks.
Great, thank you. Exam committee report, Matt?
So the exam committee keeps meeting twice a month. We met twice in December and already met twice in January. Also completing the review of the new questions and edits to existing questions. And we'll be moving forward with the psychometrician for the technical review process and ultimately the cut score workshops. Next meeting is tomorrow, January 22nd. Thank you.
Great. Okay, continuing education committee.
Yeah, we met today and we approved the meeting minutes from November and 2 new offerings. And we're meeting next month, everyone.
Very good. Jamie, could you give us the professional conduct committee report?
Yep, I met today, approved last month's minutes, went through the active cases, 2 of which will be discussed in quasi or executive session, and we discussed 2 new cases, one of which was administratively dismissed, the other of which we're waiting for the LSP response, and that is to be discussed at the February meeting. And that was all of the business.
Great, thank you. regulations. Terry, can you update us?
Yes, so after the November meeting, the draft regulations and the associated forms were forwarded to the commissioner's office to start the internal agency review of the draft. And as of today, it's still with the commissioner's office. Once they are done with their review, it'll go up to EEA.
Did you hear any time frame on that or? Okay. All right, status of board member vacancies. As I mentioned, and as everyone sees, Deirdre Manoyo is here to fill the longstanding environmental vacancy. And that's great. However, Patrick Heron resigned after our last meeting, so we still have an environmental seat to fill. So if anyone knows anyone who would be a candidate, please let us know, but we'll be seeking out potential folks to serve.
And we skipped personnel, budget and fees.
Oh, I missed that, sorry.
But I have nothing to report there. So.
I put my notes about regulations on the wrong line. Okay. The only other business is that the board will meet in a quasi judicial session immediately following the board meeting. And we will not reconvene with the public after that. Our next meeting is February 11th. And we will adjourn at 12:50. Sorry.
I will, I'll start the 5 minutes. Take a quick break. So once this meeting is shut down, I'll start the quasi and people can join.
And Deirdre, did you know you got a separate email link just for the quasi?
I don't know. Perhaps.
What I'll do is I'll send out the invites. After I end this meeting, I'll send out another round of quasi invites, so everybody should get a brand new one. And then I'll start the meeting.
Great. Thank you.
All right, see you in a minute.
Great, thank you.